Kia ora. Well, this pattern of unrelenting strong winds and heavy rain sticks with us as we head in towards the weekend. So for Friday night, you can see we've got this band of wet weather waiting to come towards us as we head in towards the evening. Brings that rainfall in towards Fiordland, up in towards Westland through Friday night in towards Saturday. Ahead of that, strong winds, and that's what starts the day through Canterbury. Some strong winds, perhaps even gusting to around about 120 kilometres an hour in the most exposed areas of the Canterbury High Country. Heavy rainfall feeds in towards Westland and up in towards the headwaters of the Canterbury rivers. And then as we go through the daytime on Saturday, that wet weather transfers towards the North Island, again with those strengthening winds, and it is going to be a wet and windy night across the North Island overnight Saturday in towards Sunday. So it comes as no surprise, we have got plenty of severe weather watches and warnings already in place. Now, the warnings for places like the ranges of Westland and also the Canterbury headwaters south of Arthur's Pass run from those early hours of Saturday morning through in towards the afternoon. We've also got a strong wind warning through the Canterbury High Country for those gusts of wind which could reach around about 120 kilometres an hour around the likes of, say, the Canterbury High Country in the morning on Saturday. We've also got a heavy rain warning for the Tararua Range, for that rain that comes overnight Saturday in towards Sunday. But like I say, it's not just those warning areas. We've also got severe weather watches for many parts across those western parts of the country, both in terms of heavy rainfall and strong winds. So take a look at the Met Service website for the latest information, latest timings and the latest thoughts on those severe weather watches and warnings. But in terms of rainfall, it will be the western side of the country that bears the brunt of this rainfall. You can see on these accumulated charts that run right the way through in towards Sunday, that east-west split across the South Island. Now, the heaviest rainfall will be up about the ranges of Westland, and you can see those red colours that's just shown us through there. Now, those rainfall totals could be as much as 160 to 200 millimetres of rain through there. And with those strong northwesterly winds, there's even gale force northwesterly winds, some of that rain will be pushed across the Southern Alps in towards the headwaters of the Canterbury rivers as well. So we have got a warning on both sides of the Southern Alps through there for that rainfall as we go through, particularly the first part of the day on Saturday and in towards the afternoon there from about 2 or 3 in the morning on Saturday. That rain starting to push through and stick with us, and perhaps even with some thunderstorms once again in the mix as well. As we head up towards the North Island, you can see again it's that east-west split. There's that severe weather warning for the rainfall that arrives overnight Saturday towards Sunday for the Tararua Range. But you can see once again for Wellington, the Carpentry Coast, Horowhenua, we've got more wet weather to come. And remember, the soils are already pretty saturated through there as well. So it will be a wet night for us and a windy one through those middle parts of the country. Also, a heavy rain watch for those areas of northern Taranaki up in towards Waitomo, and also these eastern parts of the Bay of Plenty. Again, particularly for that wet weather that arrives overnight in towards Sunday morning. So Saturday into Sunday, so it will be a wet looking night there. So we have got those severe weather watches already in place. You can see those warnings as well, particularly about the higher parts of Westland, the Canterbury headwaters and the Tararua Range. In terms of wind, well, you can see these purple colours showing the strongest winds. So for Canterbury High Country, that's going to be during Saturday morning, those winds that are really picking up ahead of this feature. And as we head it through in towards the night time, that's when we start to find our winds increasing around the likes of, say, Wellington and up in towards the southern parts of Taranaki as well. So we've got some strong wind watches for places like Fiordland and the Queenstown Lakes area as we go through Friday night in towards Saturday morning. Saturday morning, that warning through the Canterbury High Country, and later on in Saturday and through in towards Sunday for those southern parts of Taranaki and also for Wellington once again. So a windy old story there, but there is plenty happening as we head through the next few days. Quieter weather back with us for a time on Sunday. But I think it is going to be a pretty unsettled looking story for Saturday, both in terms of heavy rainfall, strong winds, and even some more thunderstorms to come as well. So please stay up to date with the latest forecasts, and you can find all the latest information over at metservice.com.